Yo, what is good, people? Happy New Year's once again, man. It's a whole new year, and I'm trying to give you guys some dope content. Right here is TU12 PvP. This is personally what I've been enjoying myself, and I play online, offline, and so far this is one of the better builds that I've been enjoying. And right here, man, I'm absolutely clapping. These dudes right here weren't too bad, but kind of caught them off guard, right? Get this armor right here, and then I have insane damage, and I'm pretty tanky, so quick kills, 3v1, real nice. Right here I was fighting a team of 2. My guy had max stats, which, you know, is a fully optimized build, and we were still able to do enough damage to take him out and out damage him. So it was
You're so fucking.
it was actually 2 of them, and this guy kind of had the same fate. They had some nice builds, they just didn't have a better build, that's all. GG to them though. But the survivability has been like unmatched, especially when you have a healer. So just make sure if you're in a group, you're playing with some nice team comp, you know, 1 healer, 2 DPS, something along those lines. Or if you're solo, you know, make sure you're just getting it and attacking people at the right times, you know, strafing, movement, trying your best to stay alive.
Manhunt.
And without any more delays, I'm gonna go ahead and bring you this build after this little clip right here. We were fighting like the whole lobby. It was insane. You're gonna die sometimes, so, you know, just try not to be too salty about it. Try to just get back out there and do what you got to do as a gamer, you know. And right here we were fighting like multiple dudes, and this guy was pretty good right here, the EDF clan. They were pretty nice. They had some nice builds, nice damage. And like I said, you're gonna get shot by a lot of people sometimes. It's all up to you. Just suck it up, come back out. All right, family, here we are, yo, in the beautiful base of operations, right? So this is where we're gonna be talking over the build and going over it more or less. This is exactly how I'm running the build, and I'm gonna break it down a little bit for you so that you can make it how you want it, okay? So I have a few things for survivability, all right? So I'm gonna go over that real quick. One of them is unbreakable. This is gonna give me armor back on break, okay? Once they take all my armor, they deplete it all, it's gonna repair a percentage of my armor in PvP, all right? PvE and PvP are different percentages, so just keep that in mind, okay? But it still gives me enough to like win a lot of my fights, all right? Another thing for survivability that I'm using is the Memento backpack. This is right here an exotic backpack, not hard to get. Just farm around for backpacks, you know, you're eventually gonna get it. Right here we have kill confirmed. So anytime you kill an enemy, they're gonna drop a trophy, all right? It's gonna be like a golden trophy, and when you pick it up, you're gonna get buffed, all right? It depends on what your gear is. So how many blues and reds. Blues are weapon damage, or blues are armor, excuse me. Reds are weapon damage, and that's kind of how it goes, like you can see right here on the right side. And then yellow is skill efficiency. If you're using the backpack, it works in any like sense, you know what I mean? Anything you're trying to do, this backpack is good, okay? I'm not saying this is the best in every single situation, but in most situations, this backpack is really, really strong in every build, okay? So for every trophy collected, you gain an additional 1% weapon damage, 1% skill efficiency, and 0.1% armor regen for 30 seconds, okay? So a maximum of 30 stacks. Really, really nice. Get you 3% armor regen right there, and it's just like phenomenal, I feel, once you have 30 stacks, okay? Especially if you're playing PvP, you're gonna be regenning, you're gonna be doing damage, and you're gonna be getting bonus armor every time you pick up one of the trophies off the ground. So you kill somebody, once they hit the floor on knees, you have to kill them fully, and then their body is gonna drop the little trophy, okay? So other than that, I am using firewall spec for a little bit more survivability also, and the shield gives me 8%, which is gonna be beautiful. Give me a tier 4 shield right here. So if I show you the mods on the shield, you'll see I have 8% shield health, and I could have 8% regen, active regen. So I'm sticking with shield health for now, just to try to tank a little bit more. And then the firewall spec is going to give you a med kit that gives you armor and health over time. So that's one of the main reasons I still like firewall, and I still use it. So Other than that, that's the survivability, right? I'm running 3 blues on this build, 2 on the gear, and then the backpack's gonna give me the 3rd blue for 1.3 million armor. And then I have 4 reds for damage, okay? So I have 3 reds right here, and the backpack also gives me a red, which is amazing about this backpack. It gives you an extra skill tier, so that's really nice. And then right here, we have the gear set that's gonna help us do all the damage, okay? This gear set right here is Hunter's Fury, and it is phenomenal, okay? I am running crit hit damage across the board on every single area that I can because I wanna have crit hit damage, right? I wanna have damage when I'm fighting people. I don't wanna be hitting them with like marshmallows. So another thing you can do right here is if you want to, instead of rolling these attributes to crit hit damage, you could go ahead and roll like hazard protection if you wanted to and use a hive for hazard protection, a booster hive, and that'll give you a high hazard protection on your build if you wanted to. If you feel like your damage is in an okay spot. Me, I like insane damage, all right? I like to try to wreck people when I fight them, and that's usually what happens, okay? Especially if they're like full glass, full red, it's devastating. So right here, I have a 56% crit hit chance. That means I'm almost at max with this build, and that's phenomenal because every time I hit, I'm gonna most likely crit usually. And then right here, we have 140% crit hit damage, which you really need in your build. You really want to have crit hit damage because that's what's going to multiply your damage when you're hitting people with these shots, okay? So other than that, I'm going to go ahead and break down the gear set for y'all. Right here, we have 2-piece, which gives a shotgun and SMG damage. That's why I use the Lady Death. It synergizes perfectly with this build, all right? So for the 3-piece, you also have armor on kill and have fall kill, which helps you challenge people, and you know you can face tank disgustingly with this build, okay? So enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%, okay? So killing a debuffed enemy with your weapon disorientates other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage by 5% for 10 seconds, stacks up to 5 times. So if you're just slamming dudes, you're gonna have outrageous damage, and this is why I like this gear set and why I'm using this build right now, okay? I'm using Seska for the crit hit chance. Just in case you haven't noticed yet, this is what's putting me at 56% crit hit chance. Without having crit chance rolled onto my build, I have crit hit damage right here. And yeah, while you're playing, you're gonna be getting better gear. I personally am using this gear because it gives me the blues that I feel I need for survivability. And my crit hit chance isn't maxed on this, or my crit hit damage isn't maxed, but I'm still feeling really good. And I still feel like I'm doing amazing damage and slapping like players for real. So I'm using right here a jammer pulse EMP. That way I can disrupt other people's skills. Plus I have that free skill tier that gives me radius and effect duration. Plus I have mods that give me 10% more radius and effect duration also. Another good thing would be a hive if you wanted to for PvP. Also the decoy is really good, like because people won't know where you're coming from. They'll like have more or less like a general area that you're coming from, but you could just sneak up on them and destroy them. That's like the most beautiful thing about that. Defender drone is really strong in PvP too, I feel, and I really like it. Other than that, foam launcher if you wanted to. There's a lot of different skills that you can use that'll be good, so it's really all your preference, but I just named a few that I use sometimes depending on the situation that I'm in and who I'm fighting, what they're doing. You know, from there I like to try to adjust. But yeah, Lady Death is my weapon of choice. I know it's gotten changed a few times, but it's still one of the best SMGs in my opinion. It does phenomenal damage, and every time you get a kill, you get the buff for survivability and damage, plus you get movement speed with this weapon. So you're just zooming everywhere, killing everybody you can as fast as you can. All right, for range, there's a lot of people that have range builds. There's some smart gamers out there, okay? The FAL, the FAMAS, or any other AR, if you want to try the new test subject and you like it personally, you can use it. It'll give you, I believe, about 10% more damage from the talent. But overall, I feel like a FAMAS with InSync is better, or a FAL with InSync is better. I like the FAL because of the high damage it does, especially when you hit headshots, it absolutely melts. Or the FAMAS for burst damage to absolutely destroy anybody in like close range, okay? But yeah, use ARs for distance because you're going to have a lot of people that are going to play you at range. They're really smart. It literally nullifies your build if you're within like outside of 10 meters of people. they're gonna destroy you with their build, because that's what it's made for. They just amplify damage all the way they can, and usually that's with named gear set or gear pieces. I hope this build helped you guys for the most part. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to answer them the best I can. We'll be live later. We'll be gaming, and I hope to see you over on Twitch. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're having a phenomenal year so far, and we're gonna try to keep it going. All right. Hope y'all stay blessed and kill it out there. All right.
I'm losing my faith. I'm walking away from what you knew all along. Mama told me before you leave, if there's only one thing you remember from me,